that's our first topic, y'all. That's our first
Yeah,
topic,
sir.
ladies and gentlemen. But bro, so there's that. There's I want to talk about this wood bullshit that's going on. These price gouging
The wood.
assholes. Uh,
Hey, look, you know.
we're gonna talk about no, he wants to be a Steelers fan.
Who said that? Because I'm over here saying,
Savannah. Savannah
oh
said he wants to be
man,
a Steelers
man, if the ex-wife they're gonna sit her little Rudy Poo candy ass down somewhere.
fan.
Appreciate you tuning in, though. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you
Oh,
tuning in.
now she said now. It was not no now. Now he wants to be a Steelers
Oh yeah, yeah.
fan.
You
Now you
niggas
want to be
ain't
a Steelers
shit.
fan.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
niggas
All
ain't
late and
shit. The hell on somewhere with that buzz.
Well,
I think countdown, baby. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
what up? Well, one more topic. I know we got one more
She said Mia said she's representing for her husband. Go Raiders. Because Clayton still at
topic.
work. P money.
All right.
I hope y'all lose.
To the Chargers, that's gonna be a tough game. This is gonna be the toughest they done had all season, I think.
I doubt it.
Chargers is that shit this year.
They okie dokie. You know what I'm saying?
Dark skin ain't in style no more. Damn. I'm brown skin, so that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, black is always beautiful to me, but I ain't gonna call another man beautiful. I'm just gonna say that.
Hold on, what she said? What she say on Friday? Don't worry about it. I know somebody who love it. All jokes aside, man. Hey, we having fun tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm ready, baby. You ready?
I am ready. Let's get to it.
PhD,
Recording
you
in
ready?
progress.
Ready? Do it.
Let's do it.
Snap! I got a new one. My boy Sugar Cane. Don't make me break my fingernail.
That's why your son looks next.
Well, she must be on the down. She's just feeling good today. She's feeling mighty. Hey y'all, it's your boy DJ Chef. We're on some West Coast vibing right now. Oh, Rudy Poo candy ass girl. It's Victory Monday, baby. I lost. Me and Rob took an L.
I was at the game, though. It was a good vibe. I love the dome.
PhD got the dub with the girls. I mean, with the Cowboys. I respect it. But I'm gonna say this before I hand it over to Rob. The blasphemy on my brother's head right now, knowing that we come from motherfucking West Texas, and this son of a biscuit eater got on a fucking UT hat, knowing it's Texas OU weekend, and we can't stand them raggedy ass, funky ass, monkey ass Texas Longhorns.
What's new state? Fucking dog head, bitch.
Oh, ragged ass Longhorns, man.
So we're not going to talk about traders over there. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Listen here. I give you that. Rob, go ahead and start this thing up, man. He just shut my ass up.
Shots fired.
This episode is brought to you by Dos Equis. That's what we drinking tonight, goddammit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You need that money, Dos Equis. Send us that contract.
Please, we asking nicely.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
asking nicely.
Sugar, honey, iced tea.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
I will never play that fucking song.
I need you to play it one day.
I can't stand fucking Mace. I would never play that song.
Why not? What's wrong with Mace?
He's a backslider.
Well, on that note, that is all, folks. Thank you for listening to the Perfect Best Podcast. Oh shit! No. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Perfect Balance Podcast. Just a panel of brown people having good conversations over here. I'm your host, Rob. Who else we got in the building?
But DJ Chef. A little defeated. PhD,
Yeah.
do you motherfucking thug this, man.
And it's me, KG, aka Dr. Graves, no PhD, because we always dropping bars. We're in a winner circle of the day.
Facts. I'm not, but close. Close. Um, yeah, Steelers guy. Butt rape sound like this.
So actually, I was going through like all of my stuff. I was like throwing away clothes this weekend, and stumbled across this hat, and I was like, "Oh
Piece of
my
shit.
god!" Mom sent me this hat 10 years ago in the mail,
Wow.
Sin, man.
and so I'm like,
That's where it
"Wow,
started. You have the
let me."
disrespect. I ain't gonna cuss out my own mama, but good lord.
So let me rep this today, and Texas OU
Burn
is
that
is, is,
shit
is coming
tomorrow.
up.
Hey, if she show up on the if she show up on the live, yo, that'll be dope. If you say that shit, mama, I'm burning this tomorrow. I'll just let you know.
Never that. And me and my good friend that I'm stationing here with, and I've known for like 21 years. We were roommates back in Japan, and back in 2000, he's a Texas A&M fan, and yeah,
Shit,
yeah, me and him.
I kick it with him then. I won't
Oh
kick
my
it with
God.
motherfuckers at UT.
Yeah,
Shit,
well, most traders do
Mm.
hang out together.
Ooh,
so,
shots
so
fired.
birds
Boop,
birds of
boop,
a
boop,
feather flock together.
boop. Mm, mm, mm. Well,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, we got another good one for you, another great one for you. Uh, First things first, let's talk about some controversy that's going on in the world. Um, Number one, let's start it off with what the fuck happened with Facebook and Instagram today. Um,
whores.
these motherfuckers. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg. Listen
5 hours.
here. Okay, you almost caught like 16 lawsuits because you was gonna cause people to lose relationships over this shit. Okay, like motherfuckers was in the middle of something, and you just going.
Oh man.
Yo, can you imagine? Can you imagine sending your girl some shit that you didn't mean to send, and then Facebook and Instagram shut down all
Whoa,
day?
whoa. Talk about too hot.
Bruh.
Yo, it meant to it meant to say sexy instead of ugly. Oh, now she can't respond, so she getting more mad at you. The more she can't respond, and then oh my god, uh,
Bruh.
Hey,
I,
bro, come on now, dog.
Come on,
I'm
man.
telling you,
Come
like
on, man.
real shit though. The like people in court use Facebook and Instagram as evidence, and if you Facebook was shut down today, and motherfuckers trying to go to court like, Your Honor, I did have the evidence. However, seems that Instagram is down, and I could not check my DMs at this time. I would like to request a continuance until we get this issue resolved. I'm gonna call Mark Zuckerberg myself trying to get this
Look,
expedited.
you had niggas over there on the phone talking about, hey Mark, bro, I know I was talking shit 2 weeks ago at the golf tournament where doing charity. My nigga, what's going on, bro?
I need,
I need that.
I
I
need,
need that.
it's probably some of. I think he did it on purpose.
Hey, PhD, what you say? I was coming down.
When I came down,
Damn.
ooh, shit.
Yo. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
so
head hurts.
today was a day of checking in with reality one good time because we were forced to
It was
stay
a
off of
reset
social
button.
media.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, today was a reset day. We was forced to stay off social media, but one thing that did squeak by and get posted was the fact that remember the statues, the busts that we talked about previously on last episode, episode 12 on Friday. We talked about they erected in this exhibit called See Injustice exhibit with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and John Lewis, Congressman John Lewis, in Washington D.C. was
Mhm.
erected on
My,
Friday.
NYC. It was in New York. In New York.
Oh, NYC.
Yeah,
Excuse me, not
NYC.
DC.
NYC.
NYC.
Yeah,
DC. NYC.
They weren't gonna let that shit pass in DC.
Man,
that nigga would have got shot.
Right. But see here, and so we talked about it, and I said it was a great idea, but we saw what happened with the first one in Minneapolis where it was vandalized. Well, I called it, and it happened.
So it made 48 hours.
Did it?
Because it happened Sunday, or was it actually Saturday? I think it was either.
It might have been Saturday, and they discovered it on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. Well, I mean, but they said they actually have camera of the guy. He was on a skateboard.
Great.
But literally NYC was just like, "Hey, cash money reward." Niggas gonna be like, "Hey, bro,
I know that nigga. He live right across the street from me.
Yep.
You gotta take this L, pimpin'. You take this L, nigga. And I'm gonna get this check real quick."
Yeah, it's New York. Them niggas are savage up there. Like, yeah.
And look, and when they do find them, they gonna have to put that joke in solitary confinement with the quickness.
No, because you got the outright niggas in there. They gonna protect them.
And again, like there is like people in the park. If you look back at the video, that like actually saw him do it and didn't do anything about it. But
imagine
there's that.
Yeah, that see something, say some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, and we always talk about mind your own damn business, right? But when it's something that is disrespectful to a culture, you gotta speak up, bro.
And speaking of which, like you would think, like in New York, people are like,
yeah, that is a diverse city.
Yeah, they would be like very first to say something about it. They wouldn't let the dude get away. They'd probably chase him down if they truly respected it. But there wasn't a lot of people around. But he
wasn't in broad daylight either.
Yeah, he got caught.
No, it wasn't. It was in broad daylight.
It was in broad daylight.
In broad daylight.
Broad daylight. Yep.
And this nigga got away.
Yeah, he was caught in 4K. He was caught in 4K, man.
Yeah, See,
so it's only going to be a matter of time before they catch up to him.
Did they got his face though?
They do have a.
And it's not even bad. It's not even a bad video. It's
pretty clear.
It's pretty clear, but it's just like of course, they're gonna be like, we need help identifying this person.
Yeah, they got in like four or five different angles too.
But think about it, if you ain't got no priors, you ain't never been,
Yeah.
Niggas went to school. Niggas had picture day.
Yeah.
Like. You can't tell me that nigga ain't never took a picture. You tell me he ain't got social media. They have, they do issue warrants to where you can actually scour all the social media to get like facial recognition. That is a thing.
Yeah.
So they will go through all the profiles on Instagram, Facebook, all that shit. If your face is out there, they gonna find that shit. That's just a matter if they want to look for it. So Savannah said it's not a clear face shot though. So but yeah, like I just feel like we knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Until this is a capital punishment to where you do some time in prison, I don't see it changing. And what I said Friday still stands. If you protect it, it's a different thing. An exhibit outside just screams vandalize me. Just screams that.
We got a special guest. Special guest.
That's my dude. Hey, I saw that door open. I'm like, hey, he ain't made an appearance in a minute.
Yeah. He had to come get his cut.
Close the door. Like, hey,
go live all right. I'll see you later. Night.
Hey, I just can't let you know. Hey, bro, I'm gonna give him a sip of cup.
Yeah,
I'm gonna holler at you.
He said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get up out your hair. I'm sorry."
I know you drinking Dos Equis and everything, but let me get this grape juice NyQuil that clearly you don't think I know it's in here.
Right.
But,
it tastes good though, so I'm gonna let it slide.
Night, my guy. Night. Shout out to my son, young Jeremiah. He's talking about, tell KG, I said, what's up? Yeah, what's up, man? What's up, Fat Matt? Yeah, he ain't,
but but nah, man. So I said if you don't protect it, this is going to open the door for fucking crazy people and people who do not feel that he is a hero, or people who feel that he is like a martyr and not a victim. You know what I mean?
so
Like,
let me ask you this, Rob, because I mean, in actual, this is going to affect pretty much any type of monument, statue, or anything. So, do you think it should be considered a hate crime to deface monuments or exhibits?
depending on what it represents,
Yeah.
because you have people like General Lee who are known racists, known to hate people of certain colors.
True.
If that is defaced, and if it doesn't represent what this country represents on the positive side, or what we say this country represents, because in reality what this country represents is a bunch of bullshit. But that's neither here nor there.
That's another day we can talk
That's
about that.
another topic, another day, and it'll take way too long, more than an hour to explain. So,
Yeah.
but if we're talking about people who actually represent what this country should stand for, and how the system played a role in any way to, you know, damage, tarnish, or try and destroy them, then yeah, that should be considered a hate crime.
So this, I'm with you on that, but and it taps into, like you said, General Lee. I'm gonna think outside the box. Yes, that's a part of American history we could never take back. But I see it like this: people like General Lee and people like Mad Dog.
Yeah,
You need people like that.
true.
You need, I mean, because everybody can't be turn of the shoulder, turn of the cheek. You need that, like you said,
You
like
need that nigga
KD
that's
said
gonna
last
punch you in
week.
your face. Yeah,
Yeah, you need. Hey, come in here being polite, but have a strategy to get in this goddamn room.
yeah. I feel that. I feel that.
So, but it's just sad that something. It's a work of art. Somebody took their time to put this together, and you know what I'm saying. Those are three monuments, three pieces of art that probably took
Hours
4 months,
and
5
hours.
hours upon hours, and to see your piece of work defaced or vandalized because of you feel like that's that again. We don't know who the person is. He got his coming, but because you feel some type of way because of how we're all post this person of color.
You know
Hey,
what I
bro.
hate? You know what I hate? When you have people who are like, "Oh, my son may have like you ever seen this in court where motherfuckers go to court and they're like, my son he made some mistakes. Bitch, he killed 32 people. But then it's talking about, but the lawyer's gonna sort him out. No, nigga, we gonna sort him out right here. And let him figure out the rest. Okay. We got this part. Okay.
What the old folks say? We got a special place in hell for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We
So
got a special place in
you
hell for
can't
you.
put it on mental illness for stuff like this, because it's like, okay, you
Premeditated.
it's definitely premeditated. He brought the paint out there. You see him mixing it. You see him taking it out of his bag. He's going around, looking to make sure that nobody's looking.
Wait a minute. This nigga had he had can and I see. I don't watch the news,
Yeah.
so I don't. You know,
So I didn't even watch it on the news. It was on
It's
YouTube.
Shade Room. Yeah, you can see
It was
it's
on
on
YouTube.
YouTube and on
that's
Shade
gonna be
Room.
me.
Yeah.
I'm that white one.
And it was on where did I see it? On Now This. That's how I saw it. And I was like, yo, they caught him in 4 different angles.
He was
So
mixing it here, and
yeah,
then
they catch.
he got it on the brush here.
Yeah.
He made sure he had a proper amount on there,
Yep.
and then fuck nah.
And I think he got
That's
some of it on himself, like the way that he splashed it, like in the way that it came down. Some of it came back on him. So all they got to do is just go back to some ATM cameras, like
Follow
in
the
the
drip.
neighborhood where he was going. They'll catch him.
bro. I'm confused. If this is in broad daylight,
Broad daylight.
and I see this nigga doing this,
Uh-huh.
like, okay,
Sliding.
mixing the
I'm
paint and
sliding.
everything like that, that could be art.
Yeah.
All right, cool, whatever. I'm gonna watch you, from afar. And I'm gonna do my little thing in the park because this is Central Park, right?
Yep.
right? I'm gonna do my little thing in the park, skate, and all that other shit, cool, whatever, right? But then I see that shit going towards the George Floyd shit. Oh no, my brother, you gonna have to put that down. Yeah, we can't have that. Look, that's a monument right there. We can't have that just going on anything.
And here's the thing: it's not like it was a permanent fixture. It's a temporary monument to show,
Yeah,
you
solidarity.
know, that's it. It's not something that the state of New York or the city of NYC was just like, hey, this is going to be a permanent fixture in Central.
And this is
No,
why
this is
there's
something
not going to
temporary.
be such a huge punishment for it. But if it causes enough of a civil uproar, um,
They're gonna stop
New
doing
York
it.
police will get involved.
They should be involved now anyway.
Yep. So it isn't state property. So big charges probably won't be brought against them.
It's going to be the
That's another
minimum.
that's another issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another issue
Yep.
because it's not that's another version of protection.
Mm-hmm.
The MLK monument in DC
Yeah.
is state property. That's federal property.
Yep.
You deface that, that's federal prison. That
Yep.
is that's pen time for real. Like you
Ain't no backing out, dude. You're gonna be singing
That's
locked
the feds coming
up.
for your ass.
Won't
That ain't
let
ain't
me
no police.
out.
So
That ain't no
and
NYPD. That's the FBI. That's feds coming for your ass.
and
That's
Savannah
different.
did say it right. New York is the most corrupt state.
That's
I
true.
would say
One of
yeah, yeah.
one of
First, number two, California. After that,
but
I
so
don't, I don't
but think
just
about it.
corrupt
So
how though? It depends on what you mean by
it
corrupt
comes
because
it comes
corrupt in Cali is a little bit different than it is New York.
yeah. They're a little bit more sophisticated.
Yeah.
in New York. It's literally think about it. In New York, these
They'll
cats are like, hey,
they'll
you pay my pocket, I'll pay your pocket. It's about
Yeah.
who
yeah.
scratch who back in New York. That's what it's about in New York versus in
California
California.
California will tell you fuck off, while they're taking a sip of their tea, just like
Yeah.
this with the pinky up.
Yeah. But see,
Uh,
it's two sides of that coin because like you get the motherfucker that's like, I just want to do something and I'm bored and I'll just do it, or you got the motherfucker that are like, nah, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna
uh,
see it, but I ain't gonna do nothing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
No,
you can do two types.
so I mean, besides the point, the what's going on in as far as New York goes, like if it doesn't cause as much of an uproar with the public opinion, nobody's gonna do anything about it. So it's made it this far, and I think it's only a matter of time before it grabs the media's main opinion, um, and it'll be the next news story.
I don't. I'm gonna be the cynic here. I don't see anything changing. I don't see anything.
Uh,
Wait, hold on, wait,
I don't
whoa,
think people
whoa,
care
whoa,
enough.
whoa,
I don't
whoa,
think
whoa.
people are going to do anything about it. I really don't even think the niggas gonna get caught. I'm be honest.
Ooh, pick me, pick me,
What you got,
pick
Joe?
me.
yeah,
Goes back to that CNN reporter who said it. When white kids start getting capped off by the dozen, then it becomes an issue.
It won't happen. It will not happen.
oh man,
You know why?
there's this politician that said, actually it was
Homo.
um Hillary Clinton.
Oh,
Hillary Clinton said this.
oh,
She was
oh.
like, when it comes something about, no, it was the spokesman of the NRA. No, not the spokesman. And no, it was Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was saying that you never want to waste a good tragedy. So when it comes to tragedy, and like you just said, when it comes to white kids losing their lives in schools, because of a mass shooting, you don't want to waste that ammunition. You need to
Use it
spin
to
that
get something
fire up
done.
while it's hot, get the media attention. That's the only thing that's going to change.
So let me ask you this:
Yeah.
do you feel like, and this is strictly a hypothetical, strictly that, do you think that if Biden had been president when George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and all that shit went down last year, do you think anything would have changed?
Ooh, that's a very, very good question. Um,
I'm gonna be honest. Let me just say this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think so. You know why? Because even after it happened, and after Biden got elected, and after all the shit that has happened since, nothing has still changed.
and
Ain't no
I
way.
and I'm
Ain't
gonna
no
agree.
fucking way.
I'm gonna agree with you because nothing would have changed. Nothing,
There wouldn't
nothing
have been.
has, nothing has happened really.
And
You know,
I was expecting.
Well,
I
hold
was
on, wait,
expect
wait, hold on, Rob, hold on. Something has changed. Something has.
what?
It hadn't changed in our favor.
Oh, for you
It's
talking about
changed.
for Pacific Islanders
Thank you.
and Asian Islanders? Okay, cool, whatever. Stop Asian hate that shit. Man, look.
Oh,
And then here's the
something
thing.
changed. It just didn't change in our favor.
Here's the thing. I have no ill will or hate, bad blood or anything like that in my heart for Asians and Pacific Islanders. Okay,
No, no,
I
we
have
don't.
none whatsoever. I just feel like when you're talking about a president who said, "If you don't vote, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black,"
And Joe, you can't take it back, bro. You said it on national TV.
and not only that, you elected to have a black woman run with you as VP that claims to be a totally changed woman since she was the DA in California, which who locked up several black men.
Millions of black people.
I mean,
Millions.
and she was only enforcing the laws that were on the books for,
True,
in her
and
defense.
that's the excuse we used.
Hmm That's
That's the
it's
one
not the
we used.
excuse I use. I'm like, you
What
could have been
I
a
mean, and
you
I
could have been
said
on the
it
other side,
at the
protecting them.
same time. I said the same thing. Like I get it. Like yeah, she she was enforcing laws.
Yeah.
That's what was necessary, and she had to do her job. Okay,
Say it again.
that was her job. She can't show any bias as a DA. I
No.
get that.
But now that you're
She
in,
said,
now
Savannah
that you're
said,
in the
Savannah said, he's, she's like Samuel Jackson and Janko. Who that nigga on that bag?
Bag.
Nigga on that
Oh,
bag.
come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
Come
No,
on, man.
no, but seriously, right? When you have this president that claims to be for the people, by the people,
By the people. Uncle Joe.
Uncle
Come
Joe,
on, man.
what we call him?
Yo, it is a political nightmare right now. What's going on in the White House,
It
in the
doesn't have to be.
Senate, in the
It does
House
not
of
have to be.
Representative. Like, I you it's been 9 months. It's been past the 100 days. Nothing has really been happening. What you campaigned about, and like it's like we're back to the political norm that we're being used to, like
Before
lying
Trump,
politicians saying this is what they're going to do, and they only do like 5% of it, and they're like, oh, it's only
we
because
couldn't because of bipartisan issue.
it was
Nigga,
a
you got the House,
bipartisan
the
issue.
Senate, and the
It was
executive
it
branch.
was
Nigga,
like, and facts remain, and I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm gonna leave it like this. When Trump ran for office, and when he was on as president, what did he campaign on that got done? You think about that and holler at me and let me know what he didn't get done, or at least get started.
he started. I ain't gonna lie, the nigga started on the wall. He
He he
started on
he
they
started a whole bunch of
opened.
stuff, and ruffled a lot of feathers.
But that's what
He
the fuck he said
wasn't
he
the
was gonna do.
and he did, but he did what he said he was going to do, whether right or wrong.
Whether we like it or not, you got to respect a nigga that can get some shit done.
Yeah.
Okay, that that sticks to his word. Now, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I do not like Trump whatsoever. Okay, did
Mm.
not have not never will vote for the motherfucker. But the nigga said he was gonna do some shit. Most of the shit he started.
Yeah. If you
Biden
say you're
said he
gonna
was
do
gonna do some
something,
shit,
you bet I'm voting you in, and you better do it. So
and see the thing
you
is
can't you
right.
can't say that
The
Joe has done that.
the fact of the matter is right. Trump was dealing with the Democratic Senate
Yes,
and
and and
still
and a,
got shit done.
and a Democratic House.
House and a Democratic House
No, so it was a
that still
Republican
got
Senate. It
shit
was a
done.
Republican Senate at the time.
Yeah, yeah. So, but he still got shit done.
Yeah,
You have Democrat
across the
across the
board,
board, all
Clean
blue.
sweep. A clean sweep.
and you haven't
Now,
gotten
last
shit done.
Listen,
think about when was the last
listen,
time the Democrats had a clean sweep? Think
It,
listen,
what
it,
bro,
it,
president?
it hasn't happened in history, and
bro.
again, like it's because of all of this inflammatory talk about us
He
having a
was just
racist
annoying to
president.
us urban people.
Like has gotten these people into the house, and we're like, okay, cool. You know what? The people
Shouts
have
out to Miss
spoken.
Johnson. Shouts out to Miss Johnson. She
Yeah,
turned it in.
the people have
You
spoken.
see the hat, Miss Johnson?
Yeah. So
Who Trey
hold on, hold
ass
on, hold on.
Negro? Go
So the
for it.
people have spoken. They have elected their officials in their state, in the representatives, in the Senate, everywhere. Now let's just get it done. It's been 9 months. What do we have to show for it other than
You would
Potential
Pacific
think
lockdown.
Islanders
I
getting
mean,
getting what,
shutdown.
what they want?
Mhm.
Uh, okay, yes, we need to increase the debt ceiling for to pay for what the Republicans messed up or didn't pay for. That's what this spending bill is typically
yeah.
for. If you watch what uh, President Joe Biden was talking about, I don't think it was today or yesterday, but he's saying that the spending bill needs to pay for what the previous administration uh,
Shit.
bills. And I'm like, okay, now I'm getting conflicting stories because the Republicans are saying that the spending bill, there's money to pay back from the last administration or the last year. That's what the bill is. Now you're adding extra stuff on to pay for this new infrastructure plan that you said is going to cost $0 uh, from the American people, but you're adding extra money on for all of this other stuff for the infrastructure plan. We don't own the Senate. We don't own the House. Y'all want to pass the uh, um, or raise the debt ceiling? Go ahead. Go ahead, raise the debt ceiling. But there's infighting amongst the Democratic Party on what they want to get passed, and that's what's
This
taking
is
so long.
the fucking problem, right?
Yo,
Nobody had this fucking conversation before we got in office. Nobody
Mm.
said, yo, look,
Hey.
when we get in there, okay, because we gonna get in there.
yep,
When we get in there, we're gonna do one, two,
A,
three, four,
B,
five.
and Z.
Okay.
So,
We
but
gonna do these.
and
All right.
this is what calls out to all the corruption that's happened in the House, in the Republican and the Democratic Party. Like y'all, now that y'all have power, y'all can't get shit done because you can't stop the infighting. Like, oh no, I want to get
You
my stuff
can't
done. Oh,
decide
I
what to
want to
do
get
with
my
the
stuff done.
power.
I want to get my stuff done. And
Fucking
it's like
stupid.
the
Fucking
point
dumbass.
of having a separation of powers is that the fact that one person can't make all of the
Make all
calls,
the shots.
but you have to have a vast majority agree upon a bill or a law or whatever it may be, and you have to have the votes of the people. So you have caused so much infighting amongst the American people, which causes infighting against the people to represent those people. And look at where we're at right now. No one can really decide on what we want to do. It's because of we've been taught and we've been spent this
And
whole time like, hey,
here's the
this is
thing.
what you should think. This is what you should be talking about. Like I don't know what's up or down right now, but all I do know is what my beliefs are, what I should do, and that's what everybody should be talking about. That's what everybody's mind state should be.
Here's the
Mm.
thing, right? If we're all Democrats, all three of us, let's say, because I mean, in theory, we are three branches of government of this podcast. Executive branch, got the House and the Senate. All right,
Okay, all
cool,
right, yeah,
whatever. Right?
yeah,
Let's just say, President Rob here.
okay,
Let's say, hey, I want to start. Let's read a book on this podcast and present it to the people like a book club, right?
right.
And Chef, what do
TJ
you
Chef,
want to do with the
I'm
podcast?
the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, everybody got at least 4 years in the military service.
Yeah. I like
What?
it.
Oh, you said everybody's got to do 4 years in the military.
I like
Yeah.
it. All right, cool.
I don't agree with that.
See, you know what I'm saying?
I
So,
don't I
Okay.
don't agree with that.
Hey, you know what? You know what? That's fine. How about this? How about this?
we
Let's
vote.
compromise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Two and a
Chef,
half.
you want to do? You say everybody do 4 years. Dr. Graves, you say nobody do any years, right?
No, I didn't.
Let's
I didn't say.
compromise.
I didn't say that. So you got to listen to politicians. I say I don't agree with
Ah,
what he said.
okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
2 years.
Okay, let's compromise. Two and a half. How do you feel, Chef?
I take it. You know what
All
I'm
right.
saying?
You know
I
what?
take it
I
because
like
that
two and a
because
half.
because think about it, that half year, most of them gonna be like, hey, when I get done with my two, you know what? I can either get medically discharged, dishonorable discharge, something will happen within that half
In the
year.
6 months, I can figure out where my life gonna go.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, decided, right?
Decided.
We
But
can do that
yeah,
because we all control our shit, right? We can say that. So why in the fuck can't you? And then if chefs wanted to do something with this podcast, and Dr. Graves, you wanted to do something with this podcast, and I wanted to do something with this podcast, why the fuck can't we do all three?
Mm. Mm.
That just makes sense to me.
Say it one more time for the people in the
yep.
back of the
I
room.
I just
And,
think that
and,
makes a lot of
and again,
sense.
like we all have. I would like to say all three of us have differing political views
Yeah.
to an extent, but we can all
but
come to a middle and stand our ground, make our case, and then
Mhm.
have understanding about it. Like how hard is it? It's not that hard.
It's, it don't seem like it.
It don't
It
seem
don't
like it,
seem like it.
but but everybody has their own agenda, and that's what's going on in DC. That's what's going
So
on.
so
Uh,
get your agenda across a little bit later.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I'm
Just
asking.
just hey, you are elected to represent the people. So if the people have been saying this is what they want, those elected officials are, their hands are tied behind their back. And if they want to get a little bit of something on the back end, pushing this certain agenda, that's what they need to do. But that's what typically happens.
Savannah made a great point. She said, because we're not supposed to work together. Society wants us to believe one's view is wrong because it's not yours.
Yeah,
That is a fact.
facts, big
That's a
facts.
that's a very, very great point. I don't I and it's unfortunate because you were taught to work together all through school,
All your
elementary,
life.
middle, high school, and college.
Yep,
I hate group projects.
yep.
Okay, I can't stand them. But damn it, I gotta work with your ass. So
Yep.
send me your part of the project. I'm gonna send you mine, and
Hmm.
we'll put the shit together. Okay,
We'll
that's
meet
we need
somewhere
the
in the
fucking
middle.
grade. That's how this shit supposed to work. Okay,
But
it's
you'll know that if we, I think if we all came together as a community and had the financial backing ourselves to get stuff done, it would not be an issue because this is exactly what happened with the Pacific Asian agenda. They're already on one accord nationwide. The message went out to everybody. Hey, this is what's going on in our neighborhood. This is what's going on in our neighborhood. Pacific, or Asian Americans are being attacked randomly, for unjust cause. They all banded together under
so.
one cause, and that shit got passed.
Here's my
We got to
question,
stop
because
infighting amongst ourselves.
here's my question, because I don't know, I don't know the answers to this, right?
Yeah.
If someone of another ethnicity does something against a black person in a hateful manner simply because of their race, is it considered a hate crime?
Mm-hmm. It's considered a crime.
I
Is
mean,
it is
if
it
it's a
considered a
crime,
hate crime?
if is it considered a hate crime?
If so, let's say uh white
If they
guy.
specifically did it for the color of their skin,
Yes, then it's
and
considered
it's
a hate
So
crime.
proven
what?
that it is, then
So
it is a hate crime.
what
Doesn't
is
matter
the
who they
difference?
are. They could be
So
Jewish,
let me
and it
ask you
could
this.
be
So let me
considered.
ask you this.
Yeah,
So if that's already in action,
yeah.
why is this Stop Asian Hate bill enacted? What does it change?
Oh,
You see where I'm
Ah,
going with that?
yeah, I see where you're going with that. Yep. So, and the bill itself specifically highlights that agenda to hey, we're doing something about it. Hey, we're doing something.
Bruh.
Hey, y'all, we doing something about it.
Hey, look, I've been watching a lot of lawyer shows, so that's
Yeah,
where my interrogation
Oh
mind
my
is
that's
going.
that is
goodness.
the perfect point. And I'm like, God, there's already a law to outlaw stuff like this.
Oh,
Oh, but now that the Asian community has spoken out, and they like I said, they banded together, they put their money together, and they're like, you know what,
We need to do this.
we need to do something. And you know what we can do, we can close down all our restaurants, we can close down our neighborhoods, we can close down whatever we want if we don't get what we want. And they're like, hold up,
Wait a
it's
minute now.
about
hold up,
money at the end of the day.
it's about the money.
I'm about to blow y'all's mind real quick. All right.
All right.
So my mom, me and my mom had long conversations. Me, my mom, and my sister had very long conversations this weekend. My mom is a avid um, researcher when it comes to anything country and money. Okay, she looks up these wild statistics that nobody would look for, but she finds it
Yep.
right. So pre-COVID, guess how much this country's income or cash flow, what percentage of it came from non-minority businesses?
I'm gonna say about 70%.
Non-minority.
Non-minority,
Non-minority.
Non-minority.
so
Yep.
non-white.
I'm gonna say about 70%.
70% of this country's income came from non-minority businesses. That's what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, 30%.
You say 30.
I say 30%.
Would it surprise you to know that only 18%
Oh,
of this country's income pre-COVID, this is pre-COVID now,
Hmm.
came from non-minority businesses.
And you know
Now,
why, right?
well, I'm about to take it a
Yeah,
step further.
yeah, yeah.
Post-COVID, guess how much of this country's income comes from non-minority businesses?
I bet it's even lower.
Chef, what you think?
I go 5%.
What you think, Dr. Graves?
Oh yeah, 5%.
You say five?
Yeah, oh, somewhere around
9%.
there. Yep.
9% of this country's income, and non-minority meaning everything other than white. That means Asian, Hispanic,
No, so
Black,
okay,
Native American combined.
okay.
9% of this country's income comes from non-minority businesses.
Wait, so non-minority or
9%.
non-majority?
Non Same thing.
Okay,
Non-white.
so
Non-white
non-white.
businesses.
Okay, non-white businesses. I,
Everything other than white businesses comes from
okay, all right.
I can believe that.
9%.
I can believe that. I can believe that. I can believe
So
That's a hard pill
that.
to swallow.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
so my
And
question
then
is, what is
and
that
then
number now then?
hold on. It's still it's 9%. It's post-COVID. It's somewhat post-COVID, right?
Okay.
So then you look at, okay, well, we had PPP loans,
Oh
right?
yeah,
PPP loans.
yeah.
Would it surprise you to know that non-minorities, that means non-white, that everything other than white,
Yeah.
only less than 50% of the people that applied for PPP loans and qualified for a certain amount actually got what they qualified for? Less than
I
50%.
believe you on that.
Wow.
Less than 50% got what they actually qualified for. And there were some that qualified for, let's say, $250,000.
Yeah.
Paperwork all in order and everything.
They didn't get half of it.
They didn't even get half of that.
Yep.
But of all the ones that of all the non-minority businesses that applied and actually had their paperwork in order, because a lot of them didn't, right?
Yeah.
that actually qualified for a certain amount, less than 50% of them actually got what they qualified for. Now, I want you to guess how many of white businesses got what they qualified for.
And they're 100%.
I wouldn't say 100%. You know, can't be 100%. I would say
But think about it. Okay,
70,
so think about it.
73%.
How much?
He
73.
says, I did not. I double down. I say 75. I throw the 2% in and make it three quarters in a nickel. You know what I'm saying?
98%.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
No bullshit. 90%, 98% of white businesses that qualified for PPP loans got what they qualified for, and sometimes more than what they qualified for.
Bruh.
So now, remember now, we've talked about systemic racism on this podcast before, several times before, right? And our opinion of it was, I don't see it, but I know it's there.
that's
We
literally
see it
that is numbers. That's
in the
numbers.
police, in the policing, and all this. We see that, per capita, more
Yeah.
black men and women are incarcerated. We see that,
Yeah.
but it's not really prevalent like that. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, how is 13% of the population creating 50% of the crime? Like that's way disproportionate of of what's going on.
Now,
Then that's my issue. I'm like, black and brown people make up 13% of the U.S. population, but yet we are half of what's going on in the crime. Like
we're the half of the
that's
problem.
that's cr- that,
We're more than half the problem.
that's crazy. I'm like, okay, so there's got to be an issue. It's either over policing,
Or policing strictly for
yeah,
certain individuals.
or black people are truly crazy.
Now,
So
ask yourself that question.
yeah, exactly. And so
Who
I'm better
gets
to believe like, but again, if you look at the numbers, it's like what the hell? Okay, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. So you got to be thinking one or two ways, or the numbers are skewed to make you think a certain type of way.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, all right, if we stop over policing these neighborhoods or change laws to kind of benefit urban environments, shouldn't the situation change? Yeah, in theory it should, if it was done, but nothing has been done about it.
Savannah made a very, very great point. Again, she over here making great points over here. Y'all need to read these comments, okay? This is why
Yeah.
y'all need to join live. Anybody who's listening to this after the fact, y'all need to join the fucking live, okay? We got good conversation
Yeah.
here. She says, cops need to come from the areas they patrol. That will help a lot more.
Okay,
That needs to be standard practice.
let me tell you why this can't happen.
Why can't
I
it
I said the same question to my best friend, who I just said in the pre-show, who's from Texas A&M. We were driving to Mississippi, and we had this same conversation. I was like, man, people need to, you know, be from their neighborhood and police their own neighborhoods. Like live in their own neighborhoods and police their own neighborhoods. This is the why it can't happen. So he talked to like a lot of police friends that are in the police force for a long time. If you knew where a local cop actually worked and lived, uh, people would be coming after you,
Why?
and it's and
Here's my
indiscriminately. People will be coming out after you indiscriminately
but
because hey,
here's the caveat to that though.
it,
Here's the caveat to that though.
yeah,
There's a caveat.
yeah.
Why do you think people don't like cops? Inherently, we're okay.
Okay,
The idea of policing is protect and serve. You're
right,
supposed to protect. You work for me.
right,
I pay your bills.
yeah,
You work for me. You're supposed to protect me, right? If cops actually protected and served, there would be no hate. I wouldn't dislike a cop if he was doing cop like things. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
if a cop, okay, for example, in my neighborhood,
Right.
there's this dude, mind you, there are cops that live in the neighborhood that I live in now.
Yeah.
Right? There was this dude a couple days ago racing up and down the street right next to my house. What the fuck, man? Come on, we got kids and shit. Come on, slow down, bro.
Yeah.
A couple days ago, one of the cops that lives down the street from me got in his cop car.
Yeah.
And saw that motherfucker racing down the street and went and pulled his ass over. And they did all that shit, whatever.
Yeah.
I seen him was it I think I seen him yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, what happened with the dude who was racing up and down the street? Oh man, just some kids, man. They're doing some stupid shit. I was like, did you arrest them? He's like, nah, man. I gave him a warning, told him to slow that shit down. And you haven't seen them, have you? I was like, nah. He was like, they don't even live in this neighborhood. I was like, see, okay.
All right.
I like him.
That's a good point. Now, for let's just say, let's hypothetically take, for example, Chicago. And what's going on there?
Capital of the world.
A lot of gang activity. So you're expecting a
The cops
uniformed
hate
police
fucking
officer to live in that same neighborhood, and he's taking down drug dealers, he's taking down dangerous gang members day in and day out, and he lives in the neighborhood, and expect for him to stay safe.
Here's my thing, right?
That's
Here's
the other
here-
side to that.
that is a great valid point. Is drug dealing illegal?
Yes,
So why am I mad at the cops?
exactly. Why?
So
and-
then it begs the question: am I stupid for hating the cops who are locking up people doing illegal shit, or are you gotta pick your
Your
battles?
battles.
So
You can't
and
be
again,
mad at the drug dealer who sold your son some fucked up heroin. Now he
Yeah.
OD'd and in the hospital. But
Yeah.
also mad at the cop who tried to lock his ass up 2 weeks ago.
yes.
Which one you want?
Which one do you want? So and again, like, it's infighting inside of our own communities. Like, what do you want? Do you want more police, or do you not want police? If you don't want any police, crime is going to skyrocket in your neighborhoods. So it's up to you to police your own neighborhood, police your own people. Be like, hey, Day down the street,
Yeah.
he's pushing rocks on the corner every single day, and you ain't saying nothing about it. You ain't doing nothing about it, and you're not going to talk to the cops about it, because we don't allow
So it's
snitching.
never gonna get solved.
So okay,
Never gonna
ain't,
stop.
ain't shit gonna change in your neighborhood behind it. So it's our own damn fault for our own neighborhoods, and we need to take responsibility for our own shit
But we also have to look at, okay, cops gotta stop locking people up for petty dumb shit.
indiscriminately. Yes, agree.
Yeah, indiscriminately.
Yeah,
Like it's gotten to a point where that's a pandemic.
that is in itself is a pandemic.
Like you had
it goes back
there's-
to my statement. How is 13% of the population creating 50% of the crimes? Like, we're being locked up higher times rate than anyone else, and we don't even. It's not that many of us. Like, how's that
Yeah.
fucking possible?
and the thing is, right? So like you thought what she said?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You gotta be on the live, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know what we laugh about, you gotta be on the live. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so that whole snitch mentality is what is taking us down. Now, if you want to
Is
do
it?
something about it in your own neighborhood, you can become a cop yourself and do something about it. But nobody wants to do that. We're not ready for that conversation.
Nah.
Some
I can't say that. I can't say that.
some are, but the he who wears the crown wears the biggest burden when he wants to do that.
And
in his own community.
here's the other thing too, right? So let's say I live in a bad neighborhood. I want to change my neighborhood, right? I go become a police officer, graduate police academy, all this other shit, and I go to the precinct closest to my home, right? Because that's where I think I need to be at, right?
Yeah.
I get put on some bullshit duty across town. Why? Because I'm from that neighborhood, right? I don't.
Bias.
I have a bias. So I can't police where I plan to, and my neighborhood gets worse and worse. Even though I'm a cop, even though I'm supposed to be, and this is where the hate for cops comes from when you're in living in a certain neighborhood, because you say, okay, dude, I know you went to the academy. I know you a cop, bro. Why the fuck is this shit still happening in this neighborhood? I can't do shit about it. I'm not assigned to that area.
Yeah.
That's not on me. I can't, you know what I'm saying? And then by the time they get to a position to where they can actually control where they're going, they've been in so long, they brainwashed and thinking the same way that these cops are thinking right now. Blacks are just inherently bad. We're just bad humans apparently, and we just can't. We're if we're not doing something illegal now, we will later. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
know, you bring up another good point. Whatever happened to that police reform bill that was supposed to be passed a while back ago?
oh no, 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 shush, shush, shush. You're supposed to forget about that.